Even the king is here. So next up, it is Pool B action between Fiji. They're on top of the points table coming into Wellington, and the Welsh in 12th position. Head to head, you can see that Fiji have well and truly dominated over the years, 33 points to 9. And Fiji has won the last 9 matches on the trot against Wales. The Fiji team there, gee, it's a strong team, isn't it, when you think that Semi Kunatani, one of the stars of the previous World Series, is starting on the bench. Jerry Tuwai there as well, Domalai. It's a star-studded team, and for Wales, Luke Trahan is the captain. They've got some pace, but just can they get enough pill and can they dominate possession to worry Fiji? Wales were pretty good early on before losing 19-12 to Argentina, while Fiji beat Japan 45 points to 7. Osia Kulunasau, the 30-year-old from the Brothers Club in Suva, is the captain of Fiji. Luke Trahan, the captain for Wales. Big Qito Tuwai has been sensational in the last 12 months or so. Been around for a long time. The number 5 made his debut in 2009. Had a little bit of a break away from it for a while. But gee, they've pulled out the big guns for these next 2 tournaments. Quite amazing to think that the Fijians went to the Olympics in the 50s and have been there ever since, and they still haven't won a medal. And there are a lot of people saying that that drought is going to be broken this year.
Well, I'd suggest that they'll be taking a medal home from Rio de Janeiro in August of this year. I think you can pretty much guarantee that. Just depends on what colour it's going to be.
The referee is Marius van der Westhausen from South Africa. And it's going to be Wales kicking off. Can Wales end a 9-game losing streak against the flying Fijians? They just seem to be able to buy plenty of time. They never panic. Great vision. And beautiful skills. The pass was tremendous. There's the kick on the inside. Who's got the pace? Who's going to get the bounce? Knocked on by Fiji, I think, and eventually over the dead ball line. What a start. Gareth Williams, the Wales coach, a little nervous there on the touchline. The kick in field from Mimosi Mulavoro didn't bounce the way he wanted.
Well, they still put the pressure on, didn't they? Here's Mulavoro. Knew he didn't have the pace, and then it was just a centering kick. This is what we're so used to seeing. And where does the bounce go? Tapped back by a Welsh hand. And then just knocks forward, so Wales dodge a bullet early in the game.
Back to the scrum. Wahab with the put-in. It's wobbly. Quickly onto the left foot and into touch, and so it will be Fiji with the throw into the line-out. A very handy position indeed.
Good exit play, though, you'd have to say, Clarkie, with that kick, because he was under all kinds of pressure, so well done to Wales.
Fiji, the reigning champs, as I mentioned, and in Dubai, they won the title there, beating England in the final. In Cape Town, they won the plate final down in the USA. Great fend, Rabobo, and the offload was good as well. There's a trip there as well. That could be a problem as Kulunasau gets it away to Very Malua, and now Tuwai, big Qito Tuwai. Very rare to see him go to ground without offloading, but that time they wrapped him up ball and all, and they get the penalty again. Ben Ryan, the English-born Fijian coach, watches on. Footwork there from the Kulunasau. Floats one over to the far side, and now Savanatha Rawatha, they keep it alive. Mulavoro, wide ball out here to Kapanambao. And it's 2-on-1, and he eventually gets it out to Qito Tuwai, and he just strolls him.
Best player for Fiji last year, no question, is that man on screen. You don't get too many better than Qito Tuwai playing the game of 7's. He's a big, imposing figure, but all the hard work done down the left-hand flank, and then they just had the numbers. Koton Imbiao, the man they call Ice, was ice cool and giving the last pass.
Just toying with that defence, weren't they? Fiji, and you know, it's how they're so physical in the tackle, and then they get the ball away. Just helps them so much, and then just lovely and skillful on the outside too.
Timo Ravovo looking to add the extra 2. It's not a bad attempt, coming around nicely. It's over. 7 points to 0. Let's have another look at this goose step here. It was almost in slow motion. I reckon David Campese, watching somewhere in Natal in South Africa, will ban him from the goose step club. And it eventually goes to 10 metres from the restart, and so Morgan goes to ground. Wales looking to hit back. Adam Thomas from the Cardiff Blues throwing the dummy. It all stops though. You ran into Muliboro. Morgan cleaning up, and there's the pressure that Fiji can apply, forcing mistakes on the opposition. It's still there for Wales. Isaacs over halfway. Then Morgan, Thomas. Fiji not panicking on defence. Davis fires it over the far side. Oh, what about the tackle from Ravovo? Roach got it out to Isaacs. So plenty of possession here for Wales, but they need to come up with some points. That's the 22. Fiji territory, and the offload is good. That's better. Sam Cross crosses for Wales.
They had to strike back. They showed a lot of patience there, did Wales, in holding on to possession, going into contact and making really good sevens decisions. And then it was just a matter of support play. And Sam Cross, who was certainly one of their best players in the 2014-15 season, hit the ball beautifully, Mel, and all of a sudden Wales are back in the game.
You said patient. It was brilliant, wasn't it? They kept possession, they set up rucks, they worked in threes, and then on that right-hand side, when the ruck was formed, they had 2 extra support players come over, and that's how the try was created. Excellent support work, picked up at the back.
We hear it at every tournament from our expert commentators, the likes of Carl Tanana and also Christian Kalangulilo say possession is the key. And they just held the ball, and eventually, if you're patient, the gap will open up. So we're 7-all. And the mistake coming from Wales, and we've seen quite a few mistakes from the restarts.
Yeah, the breeze down there too. Greg Clark, it's a difficult one to try and pick up, and most kickers will tell you that too. Sometimes it swirls around, it drops away, the sun comes out, and then all of a sudden the gust comes through.
Muliboro was it out to the left. Kunatani is on there. Vera Malua, inside ball. But the Welsh were waiting for Muliboro on that occasion, and so they steal it. And so all of a sudden they got a little bit of confidence going. Morgan. Claimed by Rawatha. Rolls it back. Towed through. The race is on. Keeping it on the toe is Adam Thomas. He picks it up. He offloads to Morgan, and he knocks it on. Oh, well, it was there for a while, but in the end, it comes to nothing. But Wales, after a bit of a shaky start, are on level terms with Fiji at half-time. It is 1 try apiece, 7-all at the break.
You don't get many chances against Fiji, and how much will this come to haunt them at the end of the game? The lovely footwork from Adam Thomas. He won't get a contract in football for the next one there, but he just controlled it, popped it up, and unfortunately Morgan couldn't catch it.
Well, he didn't really pop it up, did he? It was just such a low pass, and, you know, he knew it. Just needed to give it a little bit more air. It would have been a try.
Well, Gareth Williams, the coach, could not believe it. Here's Ben Ryan. talking to the troops.
Two things, eh? About 30 seconds and after comes on to you, okay? Stay on side, it's our kick-off, we're playing this way, get ball, full score. Repeat. Kalanoa in defense.
Okay? We know what we targeted at the start. Are we all clear on it? All right? Keep it there. Because they are, I hear the point there as it's coming on, they're rattled. They are fucking rattled, okay? Keep it there. Let's go.
Remember what we said at the start. Gareth Williams addressing his troops. Do you remember it? Keep the pressure on. They are rattled. Colourful language there as well, just to get the point across.
Thanks for that interpretation of the rattled. They're in this game, Greg, and boy, oh boy, that try, if they had scored, would have got Superwoman on her feet.
Well, the Fijian fans, they're still on their feet. I reckon they'll be on the edge of their seats in the beautiful islands of Fiji watching this one as well. Maybe a little nervous. Well, let's see what happens in this second half. And it's been knocked back by Fiji, but the bounce of the ball is good for Wales, and it's Thomas. Katonambau chases and brings him to ground. And the penalty goes against Fiji. Semi Kunatani on there, playing for Toulouse in France now. Hasn't been a happy transition going from a star 7's player last year into the French top 14 and 15 aside. But Ben Ryan, the coach, happy to have him back for these tournaments. And that's poor. Not finding touch by Wales, and so will they be made to pay? Rawatha. Cross field, but taking plenty of stopping, and he pops it up, and the bounce is good. Katonambau goes to ground. Now, Kulinasau. Bobo out to Verimalua. Verimalua, very good indeed. Got the beautiful ball away to a flying Samanatha Rawatha. And the flying Fijians get the first try in the second half.
His 55th in his career, and the big contingency of Fijian supporters here all stand in one. There was nothing happening until the ball came out to Verimalua. And look at this, he just steps on the inside, then just powers away with the gas. And look at the line run by Rawatha. Took Fat Man's Alley is what I like to call it, because it's just a lovely support line up the middle, Mel, untouched.
Brilliant, brilliant. What I love about Fiji is that they're spreading the ball wide, so they're using the width of the field, then they bring the fens in, and then they've got power pace too. Great team.
Conversion successful, 14 points to 7. Ben Ryan, loving his time in Fiji. He says that he really can't walk down the street without being mobbed. Even had a child named after him recently. It wasn't his, I want to point that out.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. It hasn't helped his tan either, has it been in Fiji?
And he reckons if he can bring a medal back from Rio, especially a gold one, well, anything could happen to him in Fiji. They might give him an island. He's very proud of his achievements so far, and also the achievements of some of his players like Semi Kunatani. Oh, he just couldn't reach out. It pops out the back, and the bounce will sit up for Wales, and they can't control it, so we're going to come back for a penalty. He was playing a fairly long advantage.
Well, there is Super Bowl 50 in about 9 days' time, and that's exactly what the Fijian captain decided to do to try and get the ball out there. Kulinasau just threw it through his legs. Fortunately, they couldn't control it, but there, just an example again of the quality and class of Semi Kunatani. He was the best player for Fiji last year, country mile. And it's great to have him back in our game. But look at this. He just makes it look so easy. He's got time, he's got poise, he's got power, and he just makes good decisions.
Already has scored 50 tries, only his 16th tournament. Oh, so close
Love it how they hold the ball in just one hand like that. It's so difficult to be going into contact and still be able to secure the ball.
Well, Greg, as you know, if you visit the islands, they play on the beach with a jandal or the coconut shell, anything they can get their hands on to play the game of sevens.
So many of the Fijian expats are representing other countries as well. It's a production line. And this man here, the captain, he's class. All class. Osea Kulunasau. Try time, Fiji.
Well, he's been around for quite some time, as you can see there with 90 tries. Played soccer, football as a young kid at school. And this is just lovely work from the Fijians, just creating some space and then getting it out to their captain. He has still a bit of work to do with the step on the inside. But boy, there aren't too many better finishers in the game than Osea Kulunasau.
Timo Revolvo from out wide. Can't add the extra 2. And he's having a breather now, the captain. All-time tries for Fiji. Rocco with 124. The great William Ryder, also over 100. And Kulunasau closing in on a century. You'd think he'd pass that mark somewhere during this current series, the HSBC 7's World Series. Wherever you're watching around the world, it's great to have your company. If you've got anything to say, don't forget to get a message through to us on social media. We'd love to hear from you. I hope you're enjoying the action. And Wales looking to hit back. Lloyd Lewis. He's on debut, just 19 years of age. Wales have made 4 changes to the team that played the last event in Cape Town. And all of these Welsh players hoping to impress the selectors and force their way into the Great Britain team at the Rio Olympics. So Roach offloads, but Jahan just couldn't control it.
And that player really liked what Jordan Williams did, Mel. The ball was just shifting along, and then all of a sudden he decided to straighten it, and he took the ball to the line, and that's where they found some gaps.
Jerry Tuwai started on the bench. Key playmaker is out there now, so look for some spark to be added by Tuwai. Kunatani, pick and go. Oh, wonderful step by the big man, Semi Kunatani. We saw so much of this in the last series. We have missed him in the first 2 events as he looked to get into his 15-a-side career with Toulouse in France, but it's great to have him back, and that's the 2nd try this weekend.
There's 51st in his career, but look at this, nothing is on. So he just picks up the ball, gets rid of the first would-be tackler, and then just steps the sweeper, and then just powers away. Beautiful running style. He is a superstar.
And the key difference, one thing Fiji does better than a lot of other teams is that, yeah, they've got those patterns, those structures, they like to pass the ball out wide, but then when there's an opportunity, they can identify and go for it, and that's how that try was made.
They like to play what is in front of them.
Absolutely.
There's the conversion, and it's right down the middle by Timo Revolvo. He started the tournament as the equal leading point scorer with Terry Buraoa from France, Revolvo. So he keeps his score sheet ticking over, and it is Fiji now 26 points to 7 after it was 7-all at half-time. So whatever Ben Ryan said certainly worked, and here we go again, a big strong carry from Mofatafangi. He got it out to Kunatani, and Semi Kunatani has a double.
24 unanswered points in the second half. That's what happened. Wales were in with a sniff when they started the half, and then all of a sudden the Fijians woke up. Nothing more dangerous than an angry Fijian with ball in hand, and Kunatani stayed in support. The ball got popped up beautifully from Mothi Inathangi, and look at that, the power again. Classic 7's.
And there's the conversion attempt, and it's over again. And so, what a second half by this star-studded Fijian team. So, full time, and Fiji have beaten Wales 33 points to 7 through to the Cup quarterfinals. They're in the top 8 tomorrow. They still have one game to go, and there's going to be a cracker later on as well against Argentina. They'll be playing off for the top spot. Okay, Melanie Robinson, let's get some reaction with the captain.
Well, see, how did you turn that around at halftime? Because it was very close.
Yeah, the coach told us what we were doing wrong in the first half. We settled it out in the second half, and we got things right, and the way we wanted to play the game.
Your team looks like they're favourites for this. Why are you guys so good?
It's down to the hard work we put on during festive season. A lot of the boys went back and sacrificed their festive season because of the goal that's ahead of us. Wellington, we know it's going to be tough, as every team in the series are very competitive.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, they look good, don't they? Fiji coming up now, second match of the day for Kenya and Portugal. Just having a look at the performance tracker, Dan Bibby, who was the subject of a very nice 7 and 60 profile on the World Rugby website this week. He's leading the way, 20 points. Polonisau and Kunatani, the Fijians, close behind.